Andy Turner here, and we're at the Bloomington Police Station with Officer Jim Graff, and we're going to find out a little bit about his radio and equipment like that. Okay. Again, and you saw him pull up there with his lights going, and he's got his siren here, so why don't we just hear a real little quick blare of that.
On the siren, Andy, we have three types: a wail, a yelp, and the high-low. And right now it's on yelp. All you have to do is turn this little switch.
Sure you heard that. Okay.
You can also, on this, it's the Federal Interceptor siren. You can switch that on to PA, pick up this mic, and talk through this. You can also manually turn the siren on by pressing this button, and it should work here. Tap that and the siren will turn on.
Okay, now getting back to your radio, why don't we just start up by asking what is the range on your radio? I mean, I see you have the little antenna there if you want to wheel around and get a shot of that. I would imagine it would have to have pretty far range, but what is that range?
The range depends a lot on the weather and your location. There's been times where you can receive as far as, say, Indianapolis. You can also probably transmit from Indianapolis. However, we're located in Bloomington, and we have no problems on transmitting or receiving in the city or anywhere in the county.
Okay. Now, you were telling me earlier that you had a couple of channels taken out of your radio, and you had more than you do right now, but what are those channels you have other than your own?
Okay, the radio that we use is a Motorola 4-channel FM two-way radio. It's nothing like a CB. It's very sophisticated. One of these radios cost $1,500. Right now, we are using channel number 1 for all of our police traffic. If the channel number 1 if it gets too busy, we can switch over to channel number 2 by switching this selector, and we can also talk on channel 2 when channel 1 is getting, too busy. We can also talk to the Sheriff's Department by switching to 2, and they are on a different frequency. That's why we have to switch, and we can talk to the Sheriff's Department.
Okay, can you talk to the fire department too if need be? Do they have their own frequency or what?
We can talk to the fire department. They transmit through the communication center upstairs, and then they can relay the message to us.
And he's going to tell us a little bit about Channel 4 or the Eileen system.
Okay, Andy, Channel 4 is the Eileen system, which is the Indiana Law Enforcement Emergency Network. What its purpose it's for is in case we have a bank robbery and we are pursuing that individual out of this county, then we switch to channel 4, like so. You can pick up the mic, and the other counties and agencies, Sheriff's Department, State Police, monitor this channel 4, and which is the Eileen system, and they can hear me transmit. If I need, they'll say I'm pursuing a car into Brown County. Well, the Brown County Sheriff's Department and the state police in that county, which monitor this frequency, can hear my transmission and can back me up on the situation. It is operated by the Indiana State Police. They're the ones that are responsible for all the traffic that's involved, and the more or less the enforcement of it. It's been needed, and all the other counties will soon be getting it. This crystal, or the frequency, will be putting it in their cars. It's been a long time needed, and there's been a lot of hard work in getting this type of system. But any type of situation that we have to, or we're in a hot pursuit for, let's say, a bank robbery or something that goes out of this county, then we switch on to the Eileen system, and all the other counties can hear the traffic which is going on.
Okay, now what is this little gray box with the large buttons and the green and red light up there?
Okay.
It's on the top of all this radio control stuff.
Okay, all this box is the switches for our alley lights or our white lights.
Right up there, I believe.
Which is now on,
Then you get 'em.
and the red light is for our red lights.
Sirens up there. Okay, what does that other little switch do, or can you tell us about that?
Okay, that switch is for the backup lights to shut the backup lights off
Okay.
on the rear of the police car.
Okay. Now, is this one of the lights that you just, like when you're going along the street or something,
Okay.
you might want to put it up to the sidewalk or something?
Okay, it's used mostly at nights when we are checking buildings. It's hand operated like so, to check, make sure doors are locked as we're patrolling through the businesses in Bloomington. We can turn it on and make sure, we can look through the lock, make sure the doors are secure. So it's...
Why don't you just get the time or something like that with your big radio right now? Dispatcher sounds like.
Okay, what I'll do is just call up. I have a specific number, and they will recognize me, and then I will proceed on my traffic, and they should answer me.
Should answer him.
As you notice, when I transmit, the red light here will come on. 1036.
1452. 120.
There you have it. I don't know whether you caught that little red light on there, but it's just maybe like on your CB radio where you press the key or key the mic, and on comes that little red light. Okay, and we're back now, and I noticed as you were walking in or getting into your car that you had a little hand walkie-talkie back there. What is that for? Why don't you tell us a little bit about
Right. This is our FM two-way walkie-talkie that's used when we're out of the car. It's handheld. Each officer, before he goes on duty, picks one up and puts it on the back of his belt, like I have mine. These run around $900. They're very easy to operate. You just turn it on. As you can see, we're on F1, which is the frequency that we use. You just press the button and talk. They're used, we get a call and we have to go out of the car. We have instant communication for, talking to the other officers or talking to the dispatcher for any type of, if we need any assistance or anything, we have instant communications right here in our hand.
Okay. I see a little patch on your arm there and on the car. Is that just this little thing right there? Is that just the insignia of the Bloomington Police Department?
Right, that's mainly what it is. They're on all the cars and on all the uniformed officers. We have the same patch.
Okay, and I was just wondering, some people just have 8-hour shifts. Of course, that's what y'all have, but how is your schedule run? I mean, how do you get picked for what time or whatever like that?
Okay. I work in the morning from 6 o'clock to 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We come in each shift, comes in 15 minutes early. We have a roll call, which consists of all the, or any break-in that we've had during the night, any stolen vehicles. We write those down on a pad of paper, and after roll call, then we pick up our portables, and then we are out on an 8-hour patrol in the patrol car. Our main function is traffic and deterrence of crime.
Okay, now, I've seen that sometimes, now we live out of the city and nothing has ever happened, but we've seen a wreck one time out by our road and we didn't know where to call you or the sheriff. Now, where does your power end? I mean, your authority, your district, and where does it begin? And where does the sheriff's end and begin?
Okay, the Bloomington Police Department has jurisdiction in the city. The city limits, anything in the city, the police department will answer the call, and has just jurisdiction just in the city, and will take calls in the city. Outside of the city, the county, which is the Monroe County Sheriff's Department, will take any call or any type of problem that is outside of the city limits, but within Monroe County.
Okay, now the state police and like the conservation officers, now they have jurisdiction about anywhere, don't they? I mean, anywhere in or out of the city or on the highways. Is that true?
The state police have
Governor's arm.
Right. They enforce all state laws. We can enforce, the Bloomington Police Department enforces city ordinances, county, state laws, and federal laws, but it must be in the jurisdiction of the Bloomington city limits.
Okay. Now, when you're sitting out at a speed trap or something, or do you do speed traps? Do you have those little clocking machines that you clock the cars with, come down 3rd Street or things like that?
Right. We do have radar guns, which the officers do carry in their cars, and we run radar on the streets that are fairly busy.
Okay. Now, when you do find somebody's going a little bit fast there, you have a little ticket book, don't you?
Right. We have a citation book, which we cite people into city court, and we also have a warning book, which we just warn them that they were speeding.
Okay. Do you carry that with you in your pocket or just in your car in your glove compartment?
They're carried. Each officer has a briefcase, which they carry all the essential things that they need. All their paperwork is carried in a briefcase.
Ah, okay. I was wondering what those were for earlier. We didn't get a picture of that, but a lot of police officers were standing around. I won't say doing nothing, but they were carrying their little handy-dandy briefcases there. Okay. Oh, we're back, and with a few more last questions now. We were thinking, how long does it take, or how much hours or something like that does it take to become a policeman or be able to be a policeman?
Okay, once you're hired on a police department, I might add any police department within the state of Indiana, or any municipal police department, you must complete, this is Indiana state law, you must satisfactorily complete the Indiana Law Enforcement Academy, which is located in Plainfield, Indiana. That must be completed within 1 year that you're on the department. The Indiana Law Enforcement Academy last 2.5 months, which goes into self-defense tactics, firearms, and criminal law. They also have segments on how to handle family-type arguments, how to work traffic accidents, how to handle hostage-type situations, and just all the areas of police work.
Okay, now you were saying that you could just tell me the steps of how you would become a detective from a uniformed police officer as you are. So,
well, in the Bloomington Police Department, we have 2 divisions. One is the Operations Division, one is the Administrative and Support Division. All the uniformed officers that you see out on the street are in the Operations Division. When you first become a police officer in Bloomington, you are at a probationary status, and you do not get off your probationary status until a period of 1 year. After that period, then you are eligible for Officer First Class. From there, you can jump up to Senior Police Officer, which are still on the street in a marked unit. However, you have advanced to what we call Senior Police Officer. Then we have, for each shift, we have 3 shifts. For each shift, there is 1 sergeant and 1 lieutenant. There is a captain over the Operations Division, and then there's a deputy police chief, and then you have the chief over operations. There's also the Administrative and Support, which handles all of our forensics and our detectives. They consist of sergeants, detective sergeants, a captain, and a deputy police chief.
okay, now you see on some of the shows, I'm getting back to that, but do you have a commissioner here in Bloomington, or is that just the head of all Indiana? And is there a commissioner of police in Indianapolis or here in Bloomington?
In Bloomington, the police chief is the head of the department here, and then the mayor of Bloomington is the overall the commander of the police department, commander-in-chief.
Okay, do you have any points you'd like to discuss on, or anything like that?
No, I like to say that I have enjoyed, pardon me? I've enjoyed talking with you today, and I hope you've gained some insight on the functions of the Bloomington Police Department and maybe the work that we do and some of our equipment that we use every day on the street.
Okay, thank you very much, and
Thank you.
yeah, I guess we'd like to thank the Bloomington Police Department too for allowing us to do this. So we'll see you later. That's all.